How's it going, everyone? It's me, Whiplashthesnake, bringing you yet another life story video, and yeah, this one's a bit crazy. You guys wanted to hear it. Secondly, I hope you guys did enjoy the Tower of Terror one. You guys left in the comments that it was actually closing down. I didn't even realize that. RIP Tower of Terror. That's gonna be pretty sad. You know, that was one of my favorite rides. RIP Tower of Terror. You will be missed forever. Disney, just buy more land, you're rich enough. Yeah, this story takes place a few years back. I think it was still when I was in high school. If it was probably like senior year. It was pretty late in it. But yeah, this story was pretty crazy. I'm not sure exactly when it did happen. All I know is it happened when I had to pick up my sister one day from driving school when she was learning to go take her driver's test. Before we dive in, I do have to mention that this gameplay was submitted by the one, the only Swiftimby. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry if I did get it wrong. Your name is extremely hard to pronounce. I'm sorry. But yeah, your link will be in the description below. Also, if you want to submit gameplay yourself for this series, just send me a DM over on YouTube here. Just send me the link to the video and possibly it'll get used in a future life story. With that being said, guys, let's just get right into it. So yeah, like I explained in the beginning, this was when my sister was training for her driver's test. She was in a driving school, learning all the stuff that she has to do to pass it. Make sure, she doesn't fail the tests. And yeah, it was basically just like a driving safety class to, scare her into not completely fucking herself up when she starts driving. Which, it's kind of ironic based on what this story actually turns into, but apparently on this day, my sister had gone to this school, and I don't remember the exact reason why, but my parents were not able to pick her up on this day. Either working late, had like some meeting to go to or something like that. I don't remember exactly what the reason was, but long story short, I was the one that had to pick my sister up from the school, and it was, a good 30-minute drive away, so I wasn't looking forward to it, but I had to. The school, it wasn't in the best part of town, so if I were to just leave my sister there and say fuck it, I probably would have gotten completely fucked up by my parents for abandoning my sister in probably gang area. So yeah, long story short, I had to pick her up or I was going to get fucked up. So I get into my car and I'm driving there. It was after school, after school times, late afternoon, the times. I don't remember if it happened on a school day or a weekend. I'm pretty sure it was a weekend because, well, it was a school, and if she were to go to this school on a weekday, she probably would have missed a few classes, which that's not something they normally do. So I don't think it was during a school week. It was probably during a weekend. But, I get into my car and I start driving to this location. My parents had sent me the address of the school because I didn't go there and I had no idea where it was. It was like downtown somewhere. Honestly, I had no idea where I was going, so just the address, got my GPS, somehow golden. Plug in, pull out, just start driving, and I'm going down the main road of the community because it's a normal community. It's places with houses. There's a main road in between it. It's where I live. And this road, it connects two main roads. It's just kind of like a small neighborhood road, but it connects these two ends. So I'm driving down this community road. I'm going towards one of the main roads so I can turn onto it and, head towards the highway. And when I'm sitting there, I had just pulled up. It was a yellow light, and the person in front of me who was getting ready to turn, like I said, this was around like 3, 4 o'clock, after school times. And even on weekends, there's a lot of people out at these times. So there were like 7 other people at this intersection. Like there were people on the other side of the street and there were people at our side of the street. Where I was going, I was trying to turn, and there were people just trying to go straight or turn right. And this guy in front of me, because, it was a yellow, they decided, I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to turn on this yellow, risk getting a red. And they stopped, which is pretty good. So I stopped behind them and everything's good. But apparently the person on the other side of the road, they didn't see that. They were in a rush to get wherever they were going. They were absolutely determined to make that light no matter what. So they start turning, they pull out, and they stop in the middle of the intersection because literally the second they pulled out, it had turned red. Like, they were just running this red light at this point. Now, the bad thing was there was no traffic on either side of this other main road. Like, no one had stopped there, and at this time, another person was driving towards the light. And this car, as soon as it started green, the light just switched over to green, and they're like, oh, sweet, I can just continue. and they didn't realize that this one guy was trying to run this yellow light to make his turn. By the time he did see this little jerk trying to make the yellow light, well, it was a little bit too late, and he ran the light right into this guy and slammed right into the side of this person's car. And this caused the person who was trying to run the yellow, you know, right as it was turning to red, to completely spin out, like it completely turned around their entire car. It caused the other person, you know, that was just driving down the road, saw the light had turned to green, and they're like, oh, I'm just gonna continue then. And it caused them to completely bounce off of this car that tried to run the light, and sends the person flying into a green belt that was on the other end of this light. And, you know, they hop the sidewalk and everything, they roll through the grass, and, you know, they sit there. All the airbags are off and everything, and everyone at the time are just stopped at these lights, just staring at this thing like, holy shit, are they okay? And you know, myself included, because basically, I had front row seats to this crash. But unfortunately, only about like 10 seconds after this crash happens and the person finally comes to a stop in the grass, our light turns green and, you know, I had to get to this school, so I had to drive away, and I actually didn't get to talk to the cops about it and tell the story, which, you know, that's fucking shitty as hell. You know, I know if you witness a crash, you're supposed to, you know, sit there and be a witness to it, but unfortunately, I had to pick up my sister, and after I did this, I told her the story of it. Told her, yeah, I hope you learned a lot in your class about road safety, because, yeah, I just watched someone fuck up when I was trying to come get you. You know, that scared her a little bit, and we went and got donuts afterwards, so all was good. And if you're wondering, yeah, I think they were fine. They were all moving, at least, in the cars. Like, none of them were obviously dead. It was a pretty slow crash, so it wasn't too bad. You know, the guy slammed on the brakes a little bit, but it was a little bit too late. Yeah, I'm sure that everyone was fine. I don't think anyone really died in that crash. I didn't even hear really much about it after the thing happened. Usually in our community, if anyone dies like anywhere, like in a car accident or some kind of accident, there's always like a memorial service for them, so I don't think anyone died. I mean, at least that's good, but I guess it did fuck up their cars quite a bit. But yeah, guys, moral of the story, don't be a dickhead and try to turn left when the light is basically turning red. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit that like button, and if you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. I would love a new addition to the Snake Army. Be sure to check out yesterday's video, which is playing on screen right now. It was kind of a skit video. I was trying something different out that I didn't really try on this channel before. I just wanted to know what you guys think about it. Make sure you go check it out. And speaking of checking out things, why don't you go check out Lord Bung? He is a very underrated YouTube animator. He makes basically the Adult Swim videos of YouTube. He is also going to be our next person on YouTuber review, so yeah, keep an eye out for that one. That's gonna be fun. So make sure to go follow me on Twitter, because, you know, we are going to be doing another poll over the weekend where you guys decide what you want to see for the next life stories. So yeah, make sure you're around for that, as well as you'll also get updates for future videos, so that's always cool. But that being said, guys, I will see you on the next video tomorrow. As always, Whiplash, signing out.